thinks they're gonna win. What? We're the prospects. We're here. We're ready for blood. Johnny Bananas is washed up, man. He's so old. Come on. We got big guys, young guys. All of them seem so washed up. Nah, we ready. Yo, I thought CT retired from the game, but what he's still doing on here? Prospects in the building. Now what? They're winning who? Prospects. Prospects? Come on. We've been doing this for over 2 years, over a decade. We're legends in this. Some of us have won. Some of us haven't. But we're still grinders and hustlers. And we got the experience that they don't. It's RC. I'm going to be reviewing the Challenge War of the Worlds, Season 33, Episode 1, Apocalyptics Now. This is an amazing, crazy season that in my head, you won't believe this, but I dreamed this years ago. Because I was saying, like, they stopped doing road rules. There's only, they were doing initially road rules versus like real world, contestants or house guests or competitors, however you want to call them. But then they stopped doing road rules. And then you had just the people from real world, coming over to do the, and whoever was left over from road rules coming to do the challenge. And I was thinking in my head, I've been a huge Big Brother fan. Been watching ever since I was a teenager. A lot of years, man. I've been watching both shows, The Challenge, Big Brother, about the same time. Over a decade for sure. And I was like, man, I wish they could combine my shows together. You know what I'm saying? Big Brother, other competitive shows, Survivor, blah, 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 blah. Next, a few years ago, they started combining the challenge with Bad Girls Club. That was pretty dope. And in the last couple years, they've been adding like Big Brother people and some people from like the UK shows, their reality shows. So now we have people from all over the world, telenovelas, repping, Mexico, everywhere. As you saw in the intro, I kind of just detailed out each person, which show they're from, so you know exactly, what country these people are from. So it's really, 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 really cool. This is going to be a bomb season. I can't wait. I'm super excited here right now. Trying to control it. The first challenge is the impending Dune. That was a pretty cool one to watch, man. I enjoyed that. Thank you. Let's go over to who did what. So the first place vet for the guys, Paulie. What it do? Good job, Paulie. The first place prospect for the guys was Ashley C. Go on. I was all excited that Josh is there because, Josh is my boy, repping South Florida very proudly. There's not a lot of people. I've watched a lot of different reality TV shows, and there's not a lot of people from Florida that rep properly. This young man is himself. He's mad cool, mad dope. I love him just being himself, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, he had gotten eliminated. We'll come back to what happens in the end. And the first place woman for the vets is Big Brother's own Davon. Mama D. Such a fan. And for the prospects, the first lady, the first woman was Natalie D. Um, I love Kara, and I was disappointed to see her just walk away with her head held down, like, don't do that, Kara. Like, yeah, you were the last woman to finish, or not woman to finish, sorry about that, Kara. You were the last vet to finish amongst, prospects left over. Yeah, I can understand. We're both kind of hard on each other, but I love Kara like to pieces. We're both weird, and I love that she embraces her weirdness, because I could be weird too. So I love that. Shout out to Kara, man. But no more holding your head down. And Zahida, I love your story. You keep going, girl. You keep fighting. One of the most beautiful things as women and as humans that we go through is when we face adversities. There's such a, joy that cometh in the morning, and I hope lots of joys have come up in the morning for Miss Zaida. All right. Possible showmances. You have Chase from Bachelorette and Nani, veteran. I just feel like they had that one little argument, and then that's it. Boom. They split. Nani and I almost said Bahamas. And Bananas, however, are flirting. For those who don't know, they used to be exes for a few years ago. Oh, let's not forget about Cam and Leroy. But, their situation is complicated. I just saw Josh. Sorry, Alan. Josh is back? But unfortunately, his partner is the mean Amanda. The funniest scene would have to be Theo, a prospect. Even if he says it's just a mixed communication based on, he's from the UK, and, us Americans, I guess we talk different. But he was kind of making fun of Ashley M., saying something about she reminds him of Eminem mom in 8 Mile, and her reaction was priceless. She goes from okay to what? Like, she just goes from 0 to 100 real quick. That was funny as hell. I don't know what he was thinking. He'd never watched a show before. That's what he was thinking. Some people in the show you just don't mess with. Like, you don't mess with Amanda because she crazy. You don't mess with Ashley M because she crazy. There's a couple of people in there you just don't mess with because they crazy. Nani would be one of them too. Nani could get a little kooky. Another funny scene was Davon's confessional reaction to The Bachelorette. Chase picking Amanda M as his partner when she took the entire 1 mil last season from Hunter, remember? It's time for the after show. All right. Now you got the host, Justina Valentine from Wildin' Out. Her guests tonight will be Wes, Polly, Nani, and Morgan from Satellite Video. All right, so let's start with a question from the audience. They wanted to know for Polly, would he have kept the same partner, which is Natalie D. They call her Ninja on the show because there's another Natalie from Big Brother. So she uses her nickname Ninja because she's from American Ninja Warriors, which is an amazing show. Check it out. That's one of my other favorites. So glad that they combined them together. And what they did this year that was different is the prospects got to choose the veteran. So it was normal for audience to ask, hey, if you were given the choice, veteran, which is Polly, to choose a prospect, would you have chosen Ninja or someone else? And he said, from the time he was there, what he experienced, the grind she has, he would keep it the same and keep Ninja. He would have chosen Ninja if given the opportunity. the beautiful Cara. Polly and Cara are still together even after Polly was caught in this love triangle. Allegedly, it looked like his ex was kind of bitter that he was kind of leading her on by saying words like "I love you." Still, even if he was in the midst of getting to know Cara, and by the time they started having sex and made it official they're together, he did say he stopped that type of interaction with his ex, but she still put out the receipts to kind of embarrass him anyways. That sounds like a bitter woman. She miss her man, but that ain't your man no more, girl. That's Cara's man. So I'm gonna need you to fall what? Back. Nani made a confession. She was like, back in the days, many years ago, it looks like she's been on the show about 8 years now. I didn't realize that. It's just like 8 years ago I dated Johnny Bananas. Anyways, she looks like she kissed CT years ago. So that was kind of. Morgan was I almost said CT. Sorry about that. Morgan was Bananas' partner in the show. Or are you just doing this out of stupidity? Because one thing I don't do is just do things out of stupidity. You know, like, come on. Fight your own battles. Don't be fighting other people's battles. You were a rookie. You were a prospect. But anyway, she called Wes old and dusty. And then she said Amanda was Satan reincarnated when she drinks. The audience asked Nani, who is the worst roommate in her opinion? And she said Cara, because she feels like Cara snores really loud. Nani also said that Wes is actually one of her best friends. But she feels like he is the shadiest on the show. Wes also answered the question about who is, in your opinion, the worst roommate. And Wes said Hunter. He felt like Hunter is not tidy, so he's the worst roommate. Man, there was just so much tea being spilled. You know, you gotta definitely check out the after show. It's so good. Questions for the substers. Who would you pick if you were the first prospect to choose a veteran? And 2, do you think Nani gets around, or is just what the non-Christian world calls single life?